Alright everybody, welcome back to episode 4. I did a little bit of stuff off camera. I went to the Black Emporium and changed up her face a bit, because I really didn't like the way her nose looked. That was just me. But for now, the mission that we gotta do is, for now, we're going to let's see. So we have a couple things we can do. We gotta find that, but let's also do Blackwall, a lone warden. So, yep. On the map, Hinterland, you. Alright, so lone warden's over there, and we'll travel there. And we're going to take back Cassandra, votes, and fight. Long, uncomfortable silences is what most of this gameplay is. Come on. It just takes forever to load this game sometimes. There we go.
Nothing to report, sir.
Alright, so we're gonna go this way and north. Another tier of the birds. So here's where we get to the Warden Blackwall. Because there's about to be combat after this.
Don't know what it means. Remember how to carry your shields. You're not hiding, you're holding. Otherwise, it's useless.
Blackwall? Warden Blackwall?
You're not. How do you know my name? Who said that? That's it. Help or get out. We're dealing with these idiots first. Conscripts, here they come!
we're about to see all the sounds that come
Sorry, bastards. Good work, conscripts. Even if this shouldn't have happened, they could have... Well, thieves are made, not born. Take back what they stole. Go back to your families. You saved yourselves. You're no farmer. Why do you know my name? Who are you?
I've been called a lot of things lately by a lot of people.
Well, I'm talking to you. Stop dancing.
We're Inquisition, trying to find out why the Wardens disappeared and if it had anything to do with the Divine's murder.
Maker's balls. The Wardens and the Divine. That can't... No, you're asking so you don't really know. First off, I didn't know they disappeared. But we do that, right? No more blight, job done. Wardens are the first thing forgotten. But one thing I'll tell you, no Warden killed the Divine. Our purpose isn't political.
What's the Warden purpose got to do with throwing farmers at bandits?
This was different. I was in the area recruiting, fought some demons, then I heard about the stealing. Treaties give Wardens the right to take what we need, who we need. These idiots forced this fight, so I conscripted their victims. They had to do what I said, so I told them to stand. Next time, they won't need me. Grey Wardens can inspire. Make you better than you think you are.
Well, thank you, Warden Blackwall. But now where does this leave us?
Inquisition. Agent, did you say? Hold a moment. The Divine is dead and the sky is torn. Events like these, thinking we're absent is almost as bad as thinking we're involved. If you're trying to put things right, maybe you need a Warden. Maybe you need me.
Warden Blackwall, the Inquisition accepts your offer.
Good to hear. We both need to know what's going on. And perhaps I've been keeping to myself for too long. This Warden walks with the Inquisition.
We're going to grab Vec, Cassandra, and then we'll grab Vivienne, because there's actually something that we need to go to. Travel there.
Very well.
May I help you?
The Inquisition could use the skills of a powerful mage.
If I wished to kill others, I would have joined the rebels. How is the Inquisition any better?
The Inquisition is our chance to restore order, Enchanter. Without it, we'll be no better than apostates.
Madame Vivienne, court mage of the Empress of Orlais. I am honored. And if you back the Inquisition, so shall I. My skills are yours. Just give me a moment to gather my things.
Anything we can do, just ask. I don't know.
Inquisition. Actually, go over here. That's my party.
True enough.
Let's see. There it is. We're gonna go to the upper right camp. Dee-doo.
Nothing to report, sir.
You all right, sir? Of course.
Have commerce restored. On many courts here.
Any other quests coming up? Position unit.
Watch yourself. Bandits up ahead. Something anyway, they're blocking the road.
You don't think they're bandits?
Bandits wait until people are vulnerable, then hit them fast so nobody escapes. These bastards show themselves too early. They care more about driving people away than taking loot. They're either stupid, or they're more than just bandits. And they're too well armed for stupid.
What can you tell me about the...
Several groups, some of them with bow. It's too many for us. If you head out...
Thanks for the...
It's frozen, and then it'll catch up in a second.
Bandits ahead!
According to my research, the ancient elves may have set up wards near here. If we can find the artifacts they used, it may help strengthen this area against tears.
Duran Atishan. I did not expect to see another Dalish blood here. My name is Miris. By your weapons, I see you come ready for battle. Perhaps we face. Go in peace, then. And Iran Atishan. I did not expect to see another Dalish blood here. My name is Miris. By your weapons, I see you come ready for battle. Perhaps we face a common enemy in these demons.
Are you fighting the demons on your own?
Fighting the demons is pointless. There will always be more, and I have no means of closing the rifts. But I have heard of elven artifacts that measure the veil. They may tell us where new rifts will appear. I was not expecting so many demons, however. I believe one of the artifacts is nearby. Can you help me reach it?
It sounds worth investigating.
Thank you. It shouldn't be too much farther ahead.
Here's something cool that
Thank
only
you for
Miris can
joining.
do.
I do not think I could have done this alone.
What manner of fire is that?
I have heard of this, but never seen it before. It is called Veil Fire. It is a form of sympathetic magic, a memory of flame that burns in this world where the veil is thin.
There. If we activate that crystal, it should react to the strength of the veil.
Yes, the wards are helping to strengthen the veil. This area should be safer for travelers now.
Well, that should prove useful. And it seems the ancestors left something for me as well. Interesting. I believe our alliance is concluded. Go in peace, stranger.
Mahalani.
Go with Mithal's blessing. I believe our alliance is concluded. Go in peace, stranger.
Mahalani, Maglandevau, vi enasalin.
Aye. Perhaps you're right. Here, take it. Go with Mithal's blessing.
Alright, sweet. Alright, now I can deal with the bandits on the weapons list. We can't over here.
They are retreating. We must pursue.
I confess, Solus, I am surprised you decided to remain.
Why? The breach remains a threat to us all.
Just the same. I wondered if you might leave now that we have a plan to seal it.
Ah, because I am an apostate. I might flee before the Inquisition throws me in chains? I take my commitment seriously, Seeker. Come what may, I shall see this through.
As you wish. Though I cannot guarantee what will happen in the days to come. Nothing to report, sir.
Alright, so the combo that we're going to do is 2 to make a static cage, 1 to chain lightning in the static cage, and then
Bandits ahead!
nope, killed them. They're all dead. A little slow on the uptake there, Cassandra. Shield. Give her a Templar shield. Oh. Oh.
Interesting. I cannot say what it is, but there must be a reason the skull illuminated the object.
That's great. This one, I think it's open now. Actually, I need to go this way. Hey, there we go. That tells me where all the mages are. It's a canine on your screen. Don't care about that. Now we're heading on to the old Red Cliffy. Red Cliffy. Cliffy.
Red Cliff Village should be just ahead.
I want a constant watch on that damn thing. Sound the alarm at the first sign of demons.
Well.
Turn back. We can't to draw and grow and
What was that?
We don't know what these rifts can do. That one appeared to alter the time around it.
There are many mages in Redcliffe. Maybe Fiona will know what's going on.
Make her have mercy. It's over. Open the gates.
We've spread word the Inquisition was coming. But you should know that no one here was expecting us.
No one? Not even Grand Enchanter Fiona?
If she was, she hasn't told anyone. We've arranged use of the tavern for the negotiations.
Agents of the Inquisition, my apologies. Magister Alexius is in charge now, but hasn't yet arrived. He's expected shortly. You can speak with the former Grand Enchanter in the meantime.
See, this is what's weird, because we just spoke to the Grand Enchanter earlier, and she asked us to come down.
The Veil is weaker here than in Haven, and not merely weak, but altered in a way I have not seen.
We should talk to the Grand Enchanter.
I'm gonna go up here real quick.
Impressive craftsmanship to remain standing after such abuse.
Once overlooked Redcliffe Village, it was destroyed in the last days of blight when Darkspawn attacked the area and was never repaired. So this is actually a reference to the first game. Because in the first game you actually go here to the village of Redcliffe. And the thing was, this tower is supposed to be like right there. It's supposed to actually have a entrance to Redcliffe Castle, which we can't actually go to, but it's right over there. It'd be cool if we could, because
I had the dream again last night.
it really depends on, see, like, in the old game, the first one,
Templars were called back to Valroyal.
when you got here to Redcliffe in that one, it wouldn't allow you to, it wasn't this big, it was a lot smaller. Yeah, a lot smaller. Ooh,
Yes, sir.
story time. She had initials.
She said all the scholars that this was a land of spirits and demons. Magic grows wild in the hills of
We're
Redcliffe.
normal folk. We keep our heads down and let the mages and the Templars kill each
Tell
other.
me about your people.
They say a spirit dwells in a small lake south of the highway. The Grey Warden Alistair grew up at Redcliffe. He used to play in the fields outside this very village. And now the boy, who once begged me to make him toy soldiers, rules all of Ferelden.
Tell me about your people.
They say a spirit dwells in a small lake south of the highway. The girls of the village bring it daisies and ask for love, but rarely does it listen. For 'tis a spirit of valor, not love, and it favours blood lotus flowers.
There. So what she's talking about the Great Warden Alistair who lived in the town. In the first game, one of the companions was Alistair, who was a Grey Warden. And then depending on how you end the game, you can make him king, or he would be just another gentleman. But what was interesting about it is if you choose to make him king and you're playing a female character, he will either choose to marry you or have you be the consort and be the queen.
Senna, my darling. For the first time in all these years, I fear I will not be visiting your ashes. What world is this? That demons and brigands stop a man from taking flowers to his wife's shrine.
What if I took flowers to your wife's shrine for you?
You are Dalish. Her shrine lies on a hill to the west.
But when we came to Redcliffe in the game, the mission was that the castle had been locked up. And if we go over here,
Do you think the apostates are responsible for
there
the
he
things
is.
we saw?
So this
You should talk to the Magister. You're the
is
rightful
Connor.
heir to Redcliffe.
Connor
In Tevinter, they would
was
never
the
take that away
original
just because you're a mage. After what I...
Redcliffe gentleman.
Are you Connor?
You've heard the story, I guess. I can't believe King Alistair thought Redcliffe was the right place to send the mages. I mean, he grew up here. Did he think they would just forget what I did to them?
You're not in favor of the alliance with Tevinter.
Alliance? Is that what they're calling it? That Magister threw my uncle out into the street. He signed us into servitude. This is my home. Redcliffe, Ferelden. No matter what evils I've done, I would never have invited Tevinter here.
You were behind the siege of Redcliffe 10 years ago.
That's me. The boy with Redcliffe's blood on his hands.
Weren't you possessed? It wasn't you who did those things.
Wasn't it? I let the demon in. Sometimes when I dream, I remember what happened. I see the death and destruction, and it's me. It's all me.
Why isn't Al-Eamon in power anymore?
After the Landsmeet, he stayed in Denerim. I couldn't be his heir, not after what happened. So eventually he passed the title to Uncle Tegan.
How did you end up in the Mage Rebellion?
I was living in the Ferelden Tower when the Circles dissolved. I voted against it, but... at first it seemed all right. No one was summoning demons. They just wanted to oversee themselves. But then the Magister came, and... it's wrong what they do in Tevinter. We are monsters. We need to be controlled. If it wasn't for me, every family in this village wouldn't be missing a son, a daughter, a spouse.
I need to be going.
Please, talk some sense into the Grand Enchanter. Selling out to the Imperium won't win us any friends. We have to find a way to make peace.
So Connor was a little boy in the first game. And you got to meet him, and depending on what you did, you either made a deal for his soul, or he died. And you couldn't save him. But what I ended up doing was saving him, and that carried over into this game so we could actually talk to him and have a conversation.
But look at the sky.
Let's see, do I have any mission for Tanner? I don't have Tanner, okay.
They're not but stories, dear. The rabbit does not flee its burrow when it hears the wolf prowling about. Now is the time to stay close to home.
We'll make good use of it.
Thank you. Good day.
Here we go.
Welcome, agents of the Inquisition. What has brought you to Redcliffe?
Is this some sort of test? We're here because you invited us in Val Royeaux.
You must be mistaken. I haven't been to Val Royeaux since before the Conclave.
There is no mistake. While the Templars were leaving, you came to Val Royeaux and asked me here.
The Templars left Val Royeaux? Where did they go? That sounds... Why does that sound so strange? Whoever or whatever brought you here, the situation has changed. The Free Mages have already pledged themselves to the service of the Tevinter Imperium.
An alliance with Tevinter? Do you not fear all of Thedas turning against you?
Andraste's ass. I'm trying to think of a single worse thing you could have done, and I've got nothing.
I understand that you are afraid, but you deserve better than slavery to Tevinter.
As one indentured to a Magister, I no longer have the authority to negotiate with you.
Very well. Who is in charge now?
Welcome, my friends. I apologize for not greeting you earlier.
Agents of the Inquisition, allow me to introduce Magister Girion Alexius.
The Southern Mages are under my command. And you are the survivor, yes? The one from the Fade? Interesting.
I'd like to know more about this alliance between the rebel mages and the Imperium.
Certainly. What specifically do you wish to know?
What does the Imperium gain from taking rebel mages under its wing?
For the moment, the Southern Mages are a considerable expense. After they are properly trained, they will join our Legion.
You said not all my people would be military. There are children, those not suited.
And one day I'm sure they will all be productive citizens of the Imperium when their debts are paid.
The Grand Enchanter told me she was indentured to a Magister.
Our Southern brethren have no legal status in the Imperium. As they were not born citizens of Tevinter, they must work for a period of 10 years before gaining full rights. As their protector, I shall oversee their work for the Imperium.
I'm not clear on when exactly you negotiated this arrangement with Fiona.
When the Conclave was destroyed, these poor souls faced the brutality of the Templars, who rushed to attack them. It could only be through divine providence that I arrived when I did.
It was certainly very timely.
I haven't seen any sign of Redcliffe's Arl or his men.
The Arl of Redcliffe left the village.
Al Tegan did not abandon his lands during the Blight, even when they were under siege.
There were tensions growing. I did not want an incident.
If you're leading the mages now, then let's talk. I'm sure we can come to an arrangement.
It is always a pleasure to meet a reasonable woman.
I resent that I am not a woman. I am an elf. Well, man implies human.
Felix, would you send for a scribe, please?
Elf.
Pardon my manners. My son Felix, friends. I am not surprised you're here. Containing the breach is not a feat that many could even attempt. There is no telling how many mages would be needed for such an endeavor. Ambitious, indeed.
Well, when you're fighting a massive tear in the sky, you can hardly afford to think small.
There will have to be. Felix.
I'm so sorry. Please forgive my clumsiness, my lady.
Are you all right?
I'm fine, Father.
Come, I'll get your powders. Please excuse me, friends. We will have to continue this another time. Fiona, I require your assistance back at the castle.
I don't mean to trouble everyone.
I shall send word to the Inquisition. We will conclude this business at a later date.
Come to the Chantry. You are in danger.
Ooh, very mysterious.
There's no telling who or what will be waiting for us in that Chantry.
Only one way to find out.
So we actually need this place.
Magister Alexius wishes only mages to remain in Redcliffe. He will approve of you. He does not approve of me. Many villagers have already left to escape his ire.
What does the Magister have against you?
He does not like to be reminded of what mages can become. He says all Tranquil must leave Redcliffe, but who would take us in?
You're one of the Tranquil.
Yes, my talent for magic was insufficient to protect me from demons. Rather than risk me becoming possessed, the Circle removed my connection to the Fade. My magic is gone, along with my dreams and desires. Those now in Redcliffe prefer not to see us.
How long have the Tevinters been here?
Magister Alexius arrived at nightfall, 2 days after we retreated from the Temple of Sacred Ashes. He forced anyone without magic out of the castle, save those he required to serve him. Even the Arl was sent away.
Farewell, then.
One moment. You are a member of the Inquisition, are you not? I am an alchemist. You must require potions. If the Magister will not have me here, perhaps I can offer my services.
We would be delighted to have you working for the Inquisition.
Thank you. While one lives, it is good to believe there is still a use for one's talents.
Which is great because we get another agent out of this. So the main problem here is that the Tevinter Imperium uses slaves and blood magic. And everybody hates the Tevinter Imperium. I mean everyone. Which is why it's weird that the mages would make a deal for them and why Fiona would come to us. And then turns out she's already been in a deal for 2 days. So there's a little bit of dysfunction there with time. If it'll load. There we go.
Just really.
If we go this way, and the Chantry is actually right over here.
Are you sure?
We'll see.
The Chantry here was where everybody took cover from the Blight in the first game. Josephine Montelier. Josephine Montelier is a noble from the nation of Antiva. She was educated in Valreux, where she built connections among the court. Once she finished her schooling, at a surprisingly young age, Lady Montalais became the official diplomat between Fulgeno Aventiva to Empress Selina Borlée. The appointment suits her. She is well-traveled, familiar with many forms of etiquette, and by all accounts, a skilled bard. I'm guessing that last word because I didn't really get to read it. The most handsome man.
You're finally here. Now help me close this, would you?
Of course, dear.
Fascinating. How does that work exactly? You don't even know, do you? You just wiggle your fingers and boom. Rift closes.
Who are you?
Ah, getting ahead of myself again, I see. Dorian of House Parvus, most recently of Minrathous. How do you do?
Another Tevinter. Be cautious with this one.
Suspicious friends you have here. Magister Alexius was once my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine.
I was expecting Felix to be here.
I'm sure he's on his way. He was to give you the note, then meet us here after ditching his father.
You're betraying your mentor because...
Alexius was my mentor. Meaning he's not any longer, not for some time. Look, you must know there's danger. That should be obvious even without the note. Let's start with Alexius claiming the allegiance of the mage rebels out from under you. As if by magic, yes? Which is exactly right. To reach Redcliffe, before the Inquisition, Alexius distorted time itself.
He arranged it so he could arrive here just after the Divine died.
You catch on quick.
That is fascinating if true, and almost certainly dangerous.
The rift you closed here. You saw how it twisted time around itself, sped some things up and slowed others down. Soon, there will be more like it, and they'll appear further and further away from Redcliffe. The magic Alexius is using is wildly unstable, and it's unraveling the world.
I'd like more proof than magical time control go with it.
I know what I'm talking about. I helped develop this magic. When I was still his apprentice, it was pure theory. Alexius could never get it to work. What I don't understand is why he's doing it, ripping time to shreds just to gain a few hundred lackeys.
He didn't do it for them.
Took you long enough. Is he getting suspicious?
No, but I shouldn't have played the illness card. I thought he'd be fussing over me all day. My father's joined a cult, Tevinter Supremacists. They call themselves Venatori. And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, he's done it to get to you.
Why would he rearrange time and indenture the Mage Rebellion just to get to me?
They're obsessed with you, but I don't know why. Perhaps because you survived the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
You can close the rifts. Maybe there's a connection. Or they see you as a threat.
If the Venatori are behind those rifts or the breach in the sky, they're even worse than I thought.
Alexius is your father. Why are you working against him?
For the same reason Dorian works against him. I love my father, and I love my country. But this? Cults? Time magic? What he's doing now is madness. For his own sake, you have to stop him.
It would also be nice if he didn't rip a hole in time. There's already a hole in the sky.
All this for me? And here I didn't get Alexius anything.
Send him a fruit basket. Everyone loves those. You know you're his target. Expecting the trap is the first step in turning it to your advantage. I can't stay in Redcliffe. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I want to keep it that way for now. But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to be there. I'll be in touch. Oh, and Felix, try not to get yourself killed.
There are worse things than dying, Dorian.
Well, that's just ominous. And now, we can go over here, because there's some puzzles. This chest. So I'm gonna go with the mages, because convincing a bunch of sword swingers sounds relatively unappealing compared to unraveling a mystery involving time travel. Or rather, bending time. So I'm probably gonna go with the mages, because I am a mage, and slavery is bad for everybody. Come on.
Does Tevinter really need cults? Aren't they weird enough?
They have torn open time itself. So no, I doubt they truly need a cult as well.
May could be with you.
Of course.
Chantry will step in soon enough to put a stop to this foolishness. May could be with you. We'll see.
Just travel there. I think we'll do this real quick. Auto level these guys up on camera. Auto level up. Auto level up. And with that, I will save. Save game. And I will see you guys in this video.